I'm Judith Lowe from PPD Learning in London, and this is a short video about effective communication with the tools of NLP. So as you probably know, there's many a slip between your intention in your communication and what another person can actually receive. So what is effective communication? What does it mean to communicate effectively? Well, at least one definition means that the person that you are communicating with actually receives the same kind of message and makes meaning of it in the same way as you intended them to have. We actually say the meaning of your communication is the response you get. So in other words, in NLP we're always looking at how did the person respond? How do I know I'm communicating effectively? So there are four main things that you need to do. You need to have a goal. What is it I want to achieve? What is it I want to communicate effectively such that the person gets the meaning that I intended to send to them, to share with them? Secondly, what am I going to use as evidence of that? What am I going to use in terms of both their non-verbal, unconscious feedback and their verbal feedback that I can start to calibrate to, as we would say in NLP, that I can start to pattern in a systematic kind of way and think that I've been effective or ineffective or somewhere between the two, that I can use that as feedback for myself. The third thing is, of course, in order to be able to do that, I need to have what is called in NLP sensory acuity. In other words, I need to use my senses really well, my eyes, my ears, my body, to both see and hear and sense what's going on with the other person in relation to the behaviors and the communications I've just sent, as it were, that I've just transmitted to them, what's happening in the receiver system that I can actually process in some way. So in other words, I need to have some quite fine and subtle and systematic skills in my own sensory systems in order to be able to do that. I think the fourth thing is then that I need to be able to, in real time, process that feedback that I'm getting in such a way that I can extend and refine and change and update the way that I'm communicating in such a way that it becomes more accurate and more, finessed with that person. So in other words, I need a lot of behavioral flexibility. I need to be able to use my voice, my gestures, my body. So I need to be able to convey in a kind of authentic way that I want to be able to convey my message more and more attuned to the kind of receiving that that person is doing and the meaning making that they are doing on the other side of the loop to me, so that I can spontaneously and actively and generatively and creatively be able to capture and manage and engage with the live feedback that I'm getting, so that I can be, as I say, more and more accurate, conveying the intention and the meaning that I wish to convey. This, of course, is also going to involve having skills of being able to tune into other people, being able to step into their shoes, being able to know where they are coming from, having a kind of emotional and social intelligence in the moment. And again, this is a whole skill set in and of itself. So for effective communication, you need to have a clear goal. You need to know what you're going to use as evidence. You need to be able to see and hear and sense what's going on. And you need to have a kind of live range and behavioral flexibility in the moment to be able to respond and systematically help frame and more accurately elicit the reactions and the responses that you are going for from somebody else. So effective communication with NLP. You've got to stay awake You've got to stay in your body, and you can be creative and, you know, have fun as well as be completely authentic and feeling full for the quality of connection and relationship that you have with other human beings.